What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for another Square Golf launch monitor testing video. As you can see, for today's video, we're going to give the Square Golf swing stick a try. I mentioned in my earlier video that probably not going to get a ton of use out of this. I just took the wrapper off the grip, and I must say the grip is pretty nice, but it would be nice in the future maybe if they offer this as just an add-on and reduce the price a little bit. And as I'm thinking about it, one thing that I did forget to mention was it would be nice if they added a really nice case in the box. So honestly, I would rather have a really nice case similar to what the Garmin R10. I have a Garmin R10. What that comes in, I'd rather have a really nice case that the Square unit, the Square launch monitor goes in, versus this thing. So maybe if they could kind of switch that out or add that as an option. I found myself over these past couple days just kind of bringing this thing inside to go charge, and then after it's done charging, I'm kind of like finding a place that is not going to get knocked over, and I'm kind of worried about like the thing getting tipped over or broken or banged around or whatever. So it would be nice if it had like just a case to where you could put it in, store it away, put it on a shelf, put it somewhere, and not have to worry about it getting scratched or damaged or nicked up or knocked over or anything. But we're going to give this a go. So first time using this, I mentioned it in the unboxing. Ooh, it's kind of actually, now that I do that, this graphite is pretty flexible. That's kind of bendy. There is some weight to it. From what I understand, there's no like electronics in here. It's just picking up, I'm assuming, these dots and these metal weights. There is some weight to it, but we're going to see how it goes. And we're going to start off on the driving range. We're going to do a few shots, probably about 5 shots each. On the driving range, we'll do closest to the pin. We'll try the putting. We'll play a couple holes, and then I'll even try to go over to GS Pro. We'll see if that works. But one last thing for the housekeeping notes. I don't know what the deal is with the Square battery, as you see up here, 65%. I charged this all the way up. The light went off, so it should have been at 100%. And then even furthermore, I let it sit for like 5 or 10 minutes, plugged it back in, and immediately the light turned off. So this should have been at 100%. I literally just turned it on, and it's down to 65. So I don't know if there's still a calibration that needs to be done for like the first like 5 or 10 times you charge it. I don't know, maybe if I just got a lemon of a battery, but it is kind of strange to where there's been 2 times now. The first time I charged it all the way up and I brought it out here and it was at 85%. This time now it's showing 65. We'll see what it looks like if we go back to this menu, but in the past when I've done that, it bounces around. So it starts at 65, then it may go up to like 85, then it drops down, and then it goes back up again, and it finally equalizes itself within here. But kind of strange. Curious if you guys have noticed a similar pattern with your battery life. But let's get into it. First and foremost, we need to go here and change the settings. So we're going to turn the swing stick on, and we're going to turn the swing stick putter on. That should be it as far as this goes. I've never taken a swing with this, just took the wrapper off the grip. So let's see how this goes. We're going to head over to the driving range. We'll go graphic mode, and it's my understanding, skimming through the user manual, I believe there has to be a ball in front of it right here, which, yeah, so usually my start line is all the way back here. The green light is blinking right now. Usually my line, when you're hitting actual balls, it needs to be further back. So I believe there does need to be a ball there. We'll test that. But let's see first swings here with the swing stick. I don't know if you're supposed to change the clubs. So it's on driver right now. We'll see if I like swing harder. Oh, and I know the part of it over here where it's showing the ball is getting cut off. If I put the swing stick right here, is it picking this up? No, it's just showing, so there's a little motion of the swing stick going to the side where it's showing where the ball is. So that's in the hitting zone. I could even go all the way up to there, but we'll leave it like right in front. It's picking up the ball. So let's see here with the swing stick what we get. Again, I don't know if I changed from driver. Like if I have a feeling similar to, I mentioned it, it feels like my Oculus a little bit. I don't have an attachment for my Oculus, but I'm wondering if you can kind of just flick your wrist and it'll go like 300 yards, or if you take a really hard swing, if that will change it. And I'm also wondering if like they just have like an average distance for driver, and if I go down to sand wedge, if it'll change the distances. But we're on driver. Let's take a swing and see if this works. Oh, there's a click in it. That's the first time swinging it. So there's almost like, if you guys have seen those training aids, how far did that go? 220, 237 on the rollout. It said ball speed was 140. Launched right, left side spin. There's a click thing in here, so you bring it back. I wasn't expecting that. I thought something was going to come off. If you guys have seen those training aids where they kind of snap, where you bring it back, and when you come back down, the two things come together and click and snap, that's what this feels like here. So let's give it another swing. I don't know if that's picking up. That one didn't go. I was not the shot picking up. I'm wondering if the click sound is picking up on the mic. .152 on that one. Ball speed, allegedly. That one we got about 260 on it. That's actually pretty similar to what I usually hit with driver. Still haven't worked up the confidence to hit driver in here yet, but usually with the Garmin, I'm like high 140s, low 150s, sometimes up to the mid 150s. I'm curious what I get ball speed in here, but usually I average about 260, 265. Let's give it another go. I mean, again, oh, so that one only 107 on that one. It felt like a similar swing. I don't know what the deal is with that. That one only went 165. It should still have driver selected, I believe. Again, I'm not going to get a ton of use out of this. This is kind of, I mean, I guess if it gets you swinging, if you're in like your living room or a bedroom where you can't swing a club, maybe. But let's see if I can hit. I'm going to shut down my stance and try to shut this thing. I don't know. I assume I had it right. I guess we can try it down here. No, so I did have it right. It needs to be with that line up. And I'm waiting for the ready sign. Let's try to shut this down. I'm going to shut my stance down and try to shut this down and see if I can get a big draw out of this. It is showing, so that was 151 ball speed. It's showing left side spin, but that one I tried to really feel like I was aligned right and bring it back to the left. 2400 on the backspin. I mean, I guess it is kind of cool considering that's usually what my ball speed is around. Like again, in like the low to mid 150s. I mean, that is kind of cool that it's accurate. I would be curious of what you guys, if you swing this thing, if it's around the ball speeds that you usually get. Let's swing really hard at this one and see if I can get like 160 maybe. 163. So I mean, it is accurate in the sense where if you swing really hard, you do get higher speeds and more distances. We got 281 on that one. And this one I'll swing it kind of like a wedge. And 111 on that one. I guess for the sake of it, we'll try a big slice. Open my stance up. Feel like I'm opening this thing up so it would be facing more towards you guys. It did have right side spin, but only 341. Another 150 on the ball speed. I mean, again, I don't know. Personally, I don't get a ton of use of this out of this. This would be, I'd much rather pay like, I don't know, this thing probably wasn't super cheap to produce, but even $50, honestly, I would rather trade out this thing for a really nice case for the square itself too. But let's try switching the club. So we'll go like driver, 7-iron, and wedge, I guess. Oh, not that. We'll try 7-iron, see if that makes a difference. I would assume it's just going to be an average 7-iron, and then it's going to do it based on how hard I'm swinging this. So, I don't know. I mean, my 7-iron depends on the clubs you have, but usually I hit it about 180, 185. We'll see what we get out of this. .114, 164. Again, with not swinging a real club, it's kind of tough to feel if I'm swinging it as I would with a regular 7-iron. Maybe we'll give this one a little bit more. .119 should be, I would assume, 170-ish. Yeah, 174. I mean, it's kind of close. 118, that's going to be similar again. It's not super far off. The fact that driver was around usually what I swing, and this 7-iron's a little bit slow. Who knows? I've been taking a ton of swings lately, so it could just be that I'm swinging it a little bit slower, but 118 is going to be similar again. Let's see on this one if I take the ball out of here, if it'll still work, or if you have to have a ball in front of it. I'm assuming it's not because it was picking up the ball before. Nope. We got the blue light blinking. You need to have a ball in front of it. And again, when you're doing the swing stick, you need to be directly pretty much in front of the unit versus when you're hitting actual balls, you'd be further back. I guess for the sake of it, we'll try a pitching wedge, or even I guess we'll go approach wedge. Usually, if I hit it full, I'll try to feel like I do a choke down shot, and then I'll hit it full. Usually, my choke down shot here is about 100 yards. We'll see if we get around that. .42. That was only 36. Again, I'm guessing they just kind of do an estimate of what they think the average club distance and speed should be for each club you select. No one didn't like it. .96 on the ball speed. 114. I mean, that one I swung a little bit harder. It definitely picks up if you swing easy or you swing hard, so that kind of solved that. Like if I just do this with one hand, .60 miles an hour on the ball speed. I mean, no shot I'm hitting that 62 yards, so this is kind of what I expected. Like you can kind of just flick your wrist at it and use one hand. .82. Like obviously that's not going that far. It doesn't know if I have one hand on it or two, but 94 there. And then I guess just for the sake of it, I'll hit a fuller, what I feel fuller. Should be, usually I play my approach wedge to about 120, 125. .101. 120. I mean, I'm kind of impressed that some of these distances are kind of lining up with what I usually hit. Just for the sake of it, I know this is not going to be the most informative video in the world, but again, I kind of want to just test this out and show you guys the capabilities. We'll try pitching wedge. Usually I'm right in 130, 135 total. Oddly enough, I've had a couple no reads on this, and I haven't had a single no read. I mean, that is kind of strange, the fact that it's picking up and it's like very close to my stock yardages on some of these. That is strange, because that was 134. That would be exactly what I would be playing my pitching wedge to. I don't know if it remembers past shots of what I've hit with other clubs, but I've never changed the club. I've always had it on driver, which is kind of strange. But it is weirdly accurate, believe it or not, for some of these distances. All right, let's just try out. We'll try about 5 shots for each of them. So this was the range. We'll try, I'm very curious about putting, but we're going to quit this. We'll do closest to the pin first. 10 to 110 is just random. I'll hit about 5 shots. So 70 yards. This one I would assume is it automatically selecting? So it has sand wedge selected. We'll see if that changes. Well, that was way short, huh? I mean, this I would hit like a 3/4. From that distance, I would have hit like a 3/4 56. Now we've got 60 yards. Still on sand wedge. .85. Now that one is way long. Felt like those two swings were similar, and we got massively different distances on that. 45. .65. Let's see if I can hit. I mean, I don't even know necessarily how I would test this, but 60 yards. Let's see if I can almost like put my weight really far forward and do like a sawed-off finish and almost hit like a punch shot. Nope. Still launched really high. All right. I mean, you get the idea though. This is just the closest to the pin. Let's try the putting. Putting is I'm curious about. I'm still surprised though how weirdly accurate that was from the on the range. Putting practice 5 to 50. All right, 22 feet. I aligned it this time to where my center line is this kind of crease, just to about an inch or two left of this grommet right there. Ooh, hit the pin. So I mean, putting does work. Ball speed was 10 miles an hour. That was 43 feet. I still haven't quite got the hang of how hard I need to hit some of these with my regular putter anyways, but 17 feet. Still a little strong. This would probably be the most applicable, the range in this, because this is going to be a similar speed that you would hit your putter with, I would think. That one felt a little short. Ooh, we got it in. Huh. I mean, that's more luck than anything. 6 feet, so this one I just need to barely take it back. .17 feet. Again, these are on the slowest green speeds. 22. I mean, I feel like I am putting these straight. That was a 0 launch angle. Let's try to really pull one. I definitely pulled it, and you guys saw it. I went left. I launched 2.4 left. That one I wasn't as focused on the distance. It was more of a pull that I was trying to test out. 27 feet. Let's try to really push this one to the right. And again, 2.6 to the right. So it does pick up where you're lining up and how you have this thing turned. It is pretty cool. Again, not very applicable for me and probably most of you out there, but there you have it for the putting. So far, the range in the putting is probably the best. Let's just play maybe a hole or two real quick on the actual courses. See, now we're down to 59. Again, I don't know what the deal is with this battery. Kind of worries me a little bit. That should be like, I mean, it was literally 100% charged. The light turned off, which shows that it's not charging anymore. I don't know if it's like topping out or whatever, but this should be, I should be at like 95%. We'll go over to the game. None of this stuff really matters, so we'll just get into it. So we have 982. I guess we'll see. I would assume these use credits. I guess this is a decent test, but I guess I would assume these use credits, whether you're hitting actual balls or not, because you're still playing the courses. And we'll see if it switches clubs for us again. All right. First hole, par 4, 382. 164 on the ball speed, I wish. 281 in the fairway. All right, so it did switch the club. Now we're on sand wedge. I would think the wedges are kind of subjective because some people hit fuller wedges than other people. I choked down on all mine. I would think driver up to about pitching wedge is probably pretty accurate, and then the wedges maybe not so much. But 87 yards is this, and it's up 6, so we're at 93. I would probably go choke down approach wedge here, but let's see if we can get this close. Way short. Oh man, we're in the bunker. All right, 47 now. Apparently I need like that same swing, although it is 40% reduction out of the bunker apparently. Gave that one a little bit extra because we were in the bunker. All right, now we can putt it. So it's working a little bit right to left. And if you guys are curious, I'm using my computer. I tested this out during a live stream. I played an actual 18 holes like hitting a ball. But if you're curious how to aim on the computer, you just click the screen left and right. The arrows don't work. So we'll go like one click to the right. 12 feet. Based on how I hit those other putts, it'll probably be a little bit long, but not bad. All right, we'll play one more hole, and then we'll see if it works with GS Pro. I don't think it will, but I guess it's worth a test. Second hole, par 4, 458. And it is worth noting, too, at least for the credits, it doesn't, like, if you load up a round, it doesn't automatically deduct the full 18 as soon as you start it. It actually does track. So, like, after I just played one, I'm going to play this one. We should be from 982 down to 980. So if you stop early, it doesn't keep using the credits, but let's really swing hard at this one. $170. 306 into the rough. All right, 124 up 6, and there's a 10% reduction in the rough. So we're up to 130 and then 143. What does it have me as, a 9 iron? I would probably hit a choke down 9 here. Well, clearly that's not right. 42 yards on that one. That one went nowhere. All right, now it has us at sand wedge for 81. I'm wondering for some of these if like you just need to swing full every time. Like that one I kind of did a choke down 9 iron type of shot. I'm wondering with all these shots playing a course, if you just swing full every single time, it would put it close to the distance. Because like there's only so far you can hit a sand wedge even if you hit it full. Let's swing hard at this one. Even that, so like 15, 20 yards long. Little chip shot here. This would be a 60 degree for me. So no click on that one, but it did register it. All right, we got a putt. A little firm, a little firm. All right, double bogey. So let's go back to the menu. We'll take a look at the credits. So you just saw we played 2 holes. We're on the 3rd right now. We should be down to 980, and we are on the credits up here. So I guess good test to know whether you're playing actual golf balls and taking actual shots or using the swing stick. You still use the credits. Now we're down to 58%. I don't know. Hopefully, maybe, I mean, there is a 1-year warranty I saw in the user manual. I'm really hoping that my battery's not bad on this thing. I wouldn't be surprised if it jumps back up. I'm going to try to do a couple more videos. I'll keep an eye on it, but let's head over to GS Pro real quick and just see if I would assume I have to load up the connector, and we'll just see if you can play a course. Maybe I guess we'll start at the range and see if that works. Because like the swing stick was still on, so I don't know if those settings carry over or not. But and I guess we'll do the connector. All right, it shows it's connected. We'll see if this works. We'll go to practice, and we'll go to the range. Still blinking green, so I'm assuming this may work. I was thinking it wouldn't, but it's blinking green, so it's showing that the ball's there. If it would default back to regularly hitting balls, I would have to put the ball back here, but it's showing that it's finding it, so this may in fact work. Oh, nope, now it's blue. I wonder if it has to be back here now. Yep. I guess we'll see. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Well, I guess that answers that. Yeah. Searching for the ball, which wants to be back here to this middle line where I have it set up at. Well, I guess that answers that. So, you can only use the swing stick within the Square software, which kind of makes sense, but I guess if you were capable and you had GS Pro, I guess it would be nice, but again, I don't know. This may be the only time I ever use this thing, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Still kind of awestruck about how weirdly accurate some of those distances were on the range, but let me know if you have any comments, questions, concerns, if I was doing something wrong, if you want to see me test out some other stuff with this. Probably the most applicable for me would be, I mean, maybe if you're traveling, just to take this with you and get some swings in, and then you could still do the putting, which is pretty cool, and you're not actually... The putting I felt like was probably pretty similar because that's such a delicate little stroke. That's probably the most applicable. As far as courses, I'd probably never play a course again with this thing. It would only be just a driving range to show people, and I'd be curious if I had friends or family over here, someone that knew their stock yardages really well, if they hit this thing too, and they set the club to like whatever their usual 6-iron is, and they hit this, if they would be as close as I am. I don't know, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Any comments, questions, concerns, let me know down below. And until next time, I will see you guys at the next course.